However you finance it, just take us for a ride. We'll be happy with that, right, Annie?
I'll take a ride if somebody else wants to finance it.
The jockey's going to be riding this weekend is Kentucky Derby, and nothing says the Derby like a crisp mint julep. If you're throwing a Derby Day party, you got to know how to make that Southern classic. It is certainly the drink of the day.
All right, well, Four Branches Bourbon co-founder R.J. Casey and Martin's Tavern bartender Giancarlo is going to join us this morning to show you how you can perfect the mint julep recipe before the weekend. Hey guys, what are you doing? How you doing?
So far, so good. Thanks for having us.
Getting ready for a fun weekend Kentucky Derby, right, Steve?
We sure are.
I tell you what, if we can't be there, the next best thing is to have the drink and just enjoy it, right? You guys, I'm sure, are going to be serving up a few at the famous Martin's Tavern in Georgetown. Longest family-owned establishment in D.C., right?
1933.
That is incredible. Coming up on 100 years in the next decade, which is amazing.
Exactly.
So, that being said, why the julep? Why the Derby? What is the connection between this particular drink and the Derby?
Julep is a very popular drink for the Kentucky Derby. It became the official drink of the Derby back in 1938. We are using Four Branches Bourbon today, which combines 4 grains together. We have 65% corn,
yeah,
50% rye, 10% barley, and 10% wheat.
All right, how do we make it right? Let's get into it.
Let's make it right, and then we'll talk to RJ about the bourbon that we're using here and his great service to the country along with his co-founders.
So first we start with the mint. We'll get about 8 to 10 mint leaves.
Okay.
So we were saying earlier, this is the kind of drink, it really has just a couple of ingredients. So it's fairly simple when it comes to ingredients, but it's about how you make it that makes the difference.
Yes.
So that's why we got you here, and show us the best way to do it. We're starting with fresh mint.
So we start with fresh mint. We have to give it a little tap.
Got to wake it up.
You can smell it.
And then it's gonna expel the the aroma.
Yeah.
Muddle it about.
We're all inhaling
5 times
at the same time. Get a huge whiff.
I am. I seriously am.
Then we use our bourbon, 4 branches preferably.
So while we're using the bourbon and you're adding that, RJ, this has been your project recently, right? And you dedicated your life to the service, and thank you very much for that. Special Forces, U.S. Army. You got together with some of your buddies from different branches, and you said, let's put this together, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, so 3 of us came from the intelligence community. All of us came from the military, and we all 4 founders represent a different branch of the military.
I love the backstory there. All right, now the ice has to be special too, right? What kind of ice are we using?
So the reason why I'm doing it here is so that you can see how it looks, right?
Yeah.
So clear, you have the mint, you have the bourbon, and then you add half an ounce of simple syrup.
All right, simple syrup is just an
That's making
even
it
mix of
sweet.
sugar and water to give it a little sweetness.
A little sweetness, and then put the ice on top.
But this is not like ice cubes, right? We have to get really fine. It's almost like
a slushy.
Like a slushy.
Slushy, yeah.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of that flavor from the mint. You're getting a little bit of it from the simple syrup, and of course the bourbon. That'll give you the kick.
You get the freshness from the mint, yeah.
All right.
Freshness from the mint, more than that from the bourbon.
So you were stirring. Do we shake it, or we're good just with a stir?
No, just like that.
Just with a stir.
Just
all right.
A little stir.
So you're going to serve this. Do you want to serve it in the official glass, or you want to serve it in the so we can see it?
No, we serve it in the official glass.
Yeah,
so
of course the official glass.
Now we make it the way that we're supposed to be
Now you
making
make
it.
it
So back in the old days, this is what would help keep it cool, right? It kept the ice from melting,
Kept
and
the
that's
ice
why
cool.
you have this particular cup, which is associated with the mint julep and the julep cup. So we're going to put more mint in there.
There we go.
All right, we're going to overload on the mint. So listen, while he's doing that, tell me a little bit about the bourbon. You guys worked a long time to get the right mixture together. You got the great backstory with all members of the service.
Yeah.
What's the goal? What's the mission now?
So actually, one of the biggest things in the soul of our company is on the top of every bottle you'll see drink honorably. And what we want the guys to do with everything going on these days is to stop drinking and forget and sip to remember. So we had 50-year Bourbon Hall of Fame legend Steve Nally. We're working with great master distillers like Greg, and our job basically is to remind people, hey, it's okay to enjoy.
Yeah.
And you don't always have to drink for bad reasons. Drink to celebrate. Drink the Kentucky Derby, a wedding, your kid hit a home run. So there's a lot to sip to remember.
Yeah, I think it's a great point too, because you're absolutely right. You see so many veterans who are struggling out there, and you want to make sure that everything is done the right way.
Yeah, and we have a big give back program. We've given over $400,000. We've only been on the market a couple of years, and so we have a huge big give back component.
That's really cool. And there you have it.
That is a gorgeous looking drink.
That is.
I know, it's very nice.
They're amazing.
That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Right?
Yeah,
That was cool,
absolutely.
Steve.
So I'm going to assume if we're holding that out in the hot sun, The ice is going to melt a little bit, and
A
then we're
little
going to
bit,
get the
a little
flavors
bit.
come out, right?
Still refreshing. Still
All right.
gonna keep the freshness in there.
Anyway, I'll cheers you with my empty glass. In the meantime,
We'll make another.
Four Branches, the information's on the screen right there. Four Branches is now available in the DC area.
Yes.
So you can get it there. You support, you're supporting the
Martin's
military
Tavern.
as well.
Maryland,
Martin's
DC.
Tavern is not going
Martin's
anywhere.
Tavern.
They've been in Georgetown for 93 years.
yeah.
So go support them all the time.
Cheers.
This cheers is for you
Cheers.
guys. Thank you for your service. I appreciate
Thank
it
you
very
guys.
much.
for having us.
We'll
Thank you so
also
much
just
for
out of
having
the break.
us.
Thank you very much.